wildest dreams, you couldn't have written a scenario like this.
Yeah, I think the ironic thing about it is that I let go of wanting the external adulation, of wanting the celebrity status, of wanting the fame that when you're young you're led to believe will take away all the pain and will make you know, make your self-esteem skyrocket. And then when I let go of that and was motivated again by what I was originally motivated by, which was songs and the creation of it, everything just happened. It just connected. And obviously I had no idea what was to come as I was writing this record.
Do you guys know who that is playing? Anyone know who that is? Anyone know who that is playing? So Alanis. Do you remember Alanis? Yeah, what do you think?
It's amazing. It's like, it's great. It's really good. I like it a lot.
Is that Alanis Morissette? What do you think?
Man, the shipper changed her image. You know, she's not the Paula Abdul type anymore. Definitely.
What kind of type do you think she is?
I think she's her own type now.
Hi, I'm Alanis.
And how is your reaction when you see those old videos? Do you laugh at yourself now, or do you just go, oh?
I always laugh at myself. I don't laugh at it. I just see it as something, you know, where I was at the time. I wasn't as fearless as I am now, and perhaps not as secure and as open and as unadulterated as I am now. So I just see it as a stage that I was in, and I wish I could sort of hug that person that I was, you know, and just say it's going to be okay.
We introduced you to a young lady. She actually made her TV debut right here on this show, and she had just come out with an album. She was very young. She was from Ottawa, and she did a fine job on our show, and we said, you know, you're really going to go places. And ladies and gentlemen, Alanis is back, and boy, has she gone places.
This is for you guys. It's for Electric Circus, and it's a Platinum Award for the first album.
Fantastic.
It's like Paula Abdul, move over, get out of the way. Alanis is coming down to the stage.
I started writing songs when I was 9 years old, and I've been working hard at it ever since. And I guess my first real break was when I met Leslie Howe from One to One. I live in Ottawa, and we started working together. And at first we didn't really know where we were going, which direction we wanted to go in, but then we finally figured out where we were going, and it was sort of in the dance mode. And we started working together, like I said, and we did the album, and we did a video actually in Paris when I was 14 years old. We went over there and shot a low-budget video to shop that to the companies rather than just a tape. So we did that, and we got together actually with a man called John Alexander from MCA Records in Canada.
Your connection with Alanis goes back how far?
1988, when I first signed her to MCA here in Canada for records and publishing at that time.
From the beginning, I've had the freedom to sort of choose what I wanted to be. You know, that goes from, you know, what I wanted to sound like as far as my lyrics went, my vocals went, what I wanted to look like, how I wanted to come across. So far, so good. I mean, everything is from dancing to singing and everything. There's been nothing where I've been, well, I don't want to do that, but they forced me to do it. There hasn't been any hard times at all, so I'm really lucky.
It's beginning to sound a little bit like the Alanis project is the Alanis storybook. I mean,
it's like a fairy tale. It's crazy. I'm so happy. Like, you know, a lot of people also say that when you get into this business, you're being thrown out to the wolves, so be careful, little girl. You know, but you know, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I know, the people that I've been working with have been wonderful.
changer, like you see it in like Judy Garland, child actors going through to adulthood, a real manipulation of young people within the industry. How have you been able to avoid that?
I think I reached a point where I could go either way. You know, there was a lot of pressure and there was a lot of difficulty throughout all of it, and wasn't very secure when I was younger, although externally it looked as though I was. And I just I made the decision that I wasn't going to let it eat me up and spit me out, so I just kept going and grew.
You know, when you sign someone at the age of 15 or so, there's a lot that happens between the age of 15 and 18 in anybody's life. And she obviously grew up quite a bit and decided that she wanted to write more songs and say things in a different way. So we went through that development period. It's an interesting thing that happened to Alanis, that she evolved on her own, and I guess the support I had was basically saying, okay, and whatever needs to be done to facilitate her being able to go and write songs and stay alive and keep doing things the way she wanted to do them is, you know, what I'll take credit for in terms of that side of it.
Without having had the experience that I had here, I would never have gone through whatever it was that I went through, and I probably would never have written this kind of a record. So I don't see it as a disadvantage. I see it as something that has helped me out.
It's a lonely day on this roller coaster. The last chance streetcar went off the track. And you're on it.
The last thing Canadians saw of me was when I was 17 years old, and then 4 years later they hear this, and for them that must have felt like 5 minutes, and I understand how different it can seem, but no one was walking alongside me for those 4 years and seeing what I saw and learning what I learned. So those that have the incentive and the curiosity to find out what happened in the last 5 years for me, they'll have those questions answered through the music and through me. I didn't have the confidence to be able to stand up for what I felt, I don't think, but now I do. It's easy, it's effortless now.
I'm broke, but I'm happy. I'm poor, but I'm kind. I'm short, but I'm healthy.